No,
Don, you had something to say?
No, it's not a steadfast rule, but I think the majority of Yankee fans are Giant fans, and the majority of Met fans are Jet fans. That's not the case for me. It's not the case for David Rothenberg, but I would think that there's a lot of people that are both Jet and Met fans, and that was quite the night. For just like some arbitrary Thursday in September, you're not thinking to yourself like during the course of the summer that I think September 19th is going to be a real special day, that my football team is going to confirm that they've got a quarterback and my baseball team is going to score 10 runs for a third consecutive time for the first time in franchise history and get that much closer to a playoff berth. That was quite the day for Jets and Met fans.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you guys a question. What we all agreed the number one topic today, to start, number one, is the Jets. But number two, between the Mets win, Soto dinging himself in right field against the wall, and the magic of Ohtani, it is a tough debate for topic two today.
Well, I mean, you got to give the Mets their love because it's a New York show. I've thought about this a lot. The Mets with 4 home runs, they were great. They beat the first-place team. You almost get the sense, I don't know if you do, Don, that if there was a month left in the season, you could actually envision the Mets catching the Phillies.
Maybe.
I mean, the way they're playing, they're playing just out of their mind. Well, what are they, 20 out of their last 25, something like that? That's just, it's extraordinary.
And listen, Philadelphia, I guess it works to their disadvantage because now Philadelphia's got a reason to play these next 3 because the lead is 6 in the division. They're going to want to wrap that up, Michael. If they get swept, all of a sudden you go into the final week of the season with a 3-game lead on the Mets. So so I'm sure Philadelphia's going to be completely engaged. But for all those people that fight me on social media, Mets haven't played anybody. I mean, come on. You know, they've been playing out of their mind since May 30th.
Mets had one of their toughest schedules of the last month.
And listen, they've had a winning record against San Diego this year, a winning record against the Diamondbacks this year. I know they caught the Yankees at the right time, but they swept the Yankees. And they've played 4 games this week against Philadelphia and have split them. So, and that's a Philadelphia team that wants to win. They caught the break because Taijuan Walker's a mess right now. But you know what? They went out and did the job they got to do. They still got a lot more work to do. But I don't think they should have to apologize for who they've played. I mean, this is some specials going on here, and Met fans have every reason to stick their chest out and feel real good about this team.
Well, the two of us are going to have to, put our tail between our legs because you wanted to break the Mets up earlier in the season, and I said about a month ago I don't think the Mets were going to make the playoffs because I didn't think that they were as good as the other 3 teams, and they've proven both of us wrong.
Well, I mean, you more wrong than me just because your comment was fairly recent. Mine was way back when there were 11 games under 500. And I did say, as much as I said maybe it's time to sell off pieces, I said show me something. And you know what? They showed me something. And so good on them because they right from that point, not because I said it, but the timing was around the same time, they caught fire. And there's a lot of things that have happened that weren't happening when there were 11 games under 500. So now they've got something really going on. And the other thing that's aged very well, Michael, is the trade last year for Acuna. He's been terrific. He became the first Met in franchise history that goes back to 1962 to get multiple hits in his first 3 starts. And he was in the thick of it last night. It's pretty amazing what's happened with this baseball team, and there's reasons for it, and they've changed a lot since I made those comments way back in May that maybe it was time to start parting ways with guys.
And shockingly enough, what they've done so far is they've given Lindor a lot of runway to just rest until it gets completely better. Don't come back at 95%. Wait till 100. They have actually played better without their best player, which is amazing.